You can see here, last month I made 182,000. So I'm just gonna take some of these profits off the table, put it in my bank account, and go enjoy the day. Let's hit the button. Submit.
Bam. Yo.
What's up, dude? How you doing? Well, some good news. We got that wire from last time to hit. So let me show you. So this is the bank account. Let's go here. Right here, $50,000. There it is.
Yeah. Not even phasing you, huh? Normal day.
Normal day, but it should be more. Should be more if that TRNR did what we were supposed to do. If you remember last time, we stopped trading TRNR around somewhere here. Somewhere here is where we stopped, right? At 340, and we made 6 grand. Fast forward a little bit, and it just got destroyed. This right here, had I just fallen asleep for what, 2 hours, could have made an extra 30 grand. And that $50,000 wire out should have been maybe $85,000. So it is what it is. That's it. We made the plan pre-market. We traded the plan. We walked away before even 10 a.m. Yeah, what time is it? It's 9:54. So good morning, everyone. Welcome back to live trading. If this is your first time on live trading, welcome. We use the webinars channel in Slack to communicate. So the way that we structure live trading is pretty simple. We talk about what's working in the market, what's not working in the market, some recent trade ideas, some trade recaps, and then we build the watch list live and we trade the watch list live. So let's first start with yesterday. So yesterday, as you guys see, I started off the month with a good $6,000 day. I remind myself that $6,000 a day is $1.75 million a year. So if I could just keep up that pace, it's nearly $2 million a year with not really much stress. Oftentimes, a lot of people forget that you don't need to be making 100 grand a day, 200 grand a day to make a lot of money in the market. These small wins always add up. So that's kind of where I'm at from yesterday. And let's talk about the trade of yesterday. So TRNR. Man, right when me and Steven left, I wish I just bumped my head and fell asleep for 2 hours. I could have made an extra like $30,000. So the stock selection was correct and the way that we added was correct. So if you remember yesterday, TRNR was squeezing up from 350 to 390. It almost didn't feel real. It almost felt like it was like manipulated up. It almost felt like they were artificially pushing it up. So I was just kind of waiting. And then when we got our signal, right? When we got our signal of this kind of 370 break, that is where I added. So I didn't just add based on trying to fix my average. I didn't just add because I felt like it. I waited to add when the stock came in my favor. And I think that's something that a lot of people are struggling with is when to add, right? You don't add because you feel like it. You don't add because the sky is blue and the grass is green. You don't add just because you get a little bit of a tingle. You add when you see something happen, right? You add when you see a confirmation. Now, it sucks because the biggest move happened after low of the day broke at 296 and it went all the way down to $2. This stock tanked 50% from high to low, guys. 50%. I mean, that's a pretty significant move, right? So the stock selection was correct. Everything was correct. And I was just really happy with it. But I do wish that, I was a little bit more patient. But it is what it is. How can I complain? So coming into today, TRNR put out some fluff PR. They put out some news press release about some stupid nonsense. But think about it from the company's perspective. Their stock just went down 50% in a day. They are scrambling. Their PR office of 16-year-old guys are trying to fluff up whatever type of AI articles they could come out with to get this stock to hold up a little bit longer, right? Before the eventual fail comes. So for me, what I'm seeing on this stock is I'm seeing this is down 50%. The stock is broken and the bounces should sell off, right? So hopefully we get a nice bounce on this TRNR today. So that's kind of gonna be my main focus of the day. So I think the market's kind of getting a little bit more predictable, at least in this cycle, which is great. That's kind of where my head is at in the overall big picture. Let's talk about the indexes. So the S&P 500 is down again today. And you ask yourself, why is the market down? Well, Trump just announced that he's gonna be putting tariffs on China and Mexico. I think that the thing here to recognize is Trump is a negotiator, right? He's known for the art of the deal. So in my opinion, these tariffs are probably, I'm assuming, a negotiating tactic to get what he wants, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of headline either today or by the end of the week that, you know what, we made a deal with Mexico. You know what, we made a deal with China, you know? So I think that is kind of what's gonna stop all this short-term volatility in the market. So that's kind of the headline I'd be looking out for. But aside from that, I mean, overall big picture, I'm just gonna be trading the market the same way that I do every single day and take it from there. So the way that we start with the watches, we always look at the previous day's watch list first and build from there. So Acon had a zombie move all the way back up to the highs. So that was a really, really interesting move. For me today on this Acon, I kind of look for a bounce to short. I think that we could probably get away with like 758 and 825 with a stop over previous day's high. So Acon looking to short 750. TRNR broke down 50% yesterday. They put out a fluff PR to try to pump the stock up. I will be looking for bounces to short, ideally 320, 350 lines. BTOG, penny stock, not really interested there. Hollow, no volume, not interested. Tesla's still kind of breaking down, but my longer term perspective on that is still the same. I have a 3 to 6 month hold on that, so we'll let that do its thing. Aside from that, a couple stocks moving today. Mass. So Mass is a potential hot stock of the day. So probably going to ignore that. Mass potential hot stock of the day. Ignoring for now. I think a lot of the action is in the large cap world today due to the tariff news. So I think a lot of traders are flocking to large cap stocks today. So I'm going to actually make a note of that as well. Is MASS, RDGT kind of moving as well, but overall looking like a tad bit of a slower day today. So because it's looking like a slower day today, I'm just going to kind of size down, take it slow, and see what the market gives us. Harry also has a long bias watch list, so if you guys are not interested in shorting, Harry, our incredible moderator, has a long bias watch list. So that's posted usually a little bit after me. So if you want to watch that, look there. But yeah. I think my quotes are messed up again, dude. This keeps happening. I don't know. I think the data, I don't know. You guys having some data issues too? It's happening a little bit too much. Pretty much I'm watching for this TRNR to bounce. 290 would be great. But if we bounce towards this VWAP as well, I'll kind of watch it. VWAP area is around 280. So we'll watch here. Let's see. So took a small starter here on this TRNR into VWAP. So a starter, guys, is 10% of my size. So I'm not going in full size. I'm not going in all in. I'm just taking a small piece and seeing what happens. If it ends up failing and it ends up confirming, I could just add. Like right now, it's kind of failing. So I'm going to see if I could add to the winner a little bit. So add to the winner a little bit there. So I'm not in mega size, guys. I'm not in super, super aggressive. I took a small starter, took a small add on that VWAP projection, and ideally looking for a 250 break to at least take some profits off the table. But I'm not really looking for anything too crazy today, guys. But I'm also saving room, guys, in case this decides to go higher. I have some room to add in my ideal lines, right? So now we're getting a bounce. Let's see if I can get an add. 286, I add a little bit. So now I'm in about 20% of my size, guys, and looking for a death candle to add, which is kind of what it looks like we're getting. So finger on the trigger to add. So I add a little bit there, 275. And looking for a break under 270 to confirm. So looking for a break under 270 to confirm. There we go, 260, 250. MASS getting some money flow. So maybe if this MASS takes some action away from this TRNR, we should get a nice fade. Our NVIDIA is bouncing, RGTI is bouncing, overall markets are rebounding. So I'm still leaving some room on TRNR in case it decides to rebound. I'm only in about 20% of my size right now. And the reason why I'm in 20 is I'm saving room in case this stock does something that I am not expecting and it allows me to add. you know, you can make an argument to add a little bit more aggressively, but remember what I said at the beginning of the day is I'm not trying to get too aggressive yet today. If we get mass to start halting up and doing some crazy shit, then that to me would be like, all right, you know, not a lot of people are interested in this anymore, and that'll kind of give me some confirmation. But overall, guys, I'm sticking to the same plan that I always have, is cover the dips, take it accordingly. So 63, come on, give me lower. It's dipping down and then just kind of reclaiming, which is kind of weird. I think it's because SSR is probably on, but I do have some open orders just to reduce on the dips, just in case it, you know, flushes down immediately. So we might have another retest of 290 or 3 on TRNR based on the price action. So I'm holding off on adding for now. I'm sticking to my, you know, 20% size. So I'm not overly sized, guys. I'm not going in too big. Nothing is really too perfect yet. So I'm just staying small and staying patient. Ideally, if you look at the chart, 260 is like support. So if this stock wants to really unwind, it's gonna have to break 260. So I do have some open orders to reduce some of my position in case it gets there. So let's see. Covered up some 261, 256. So reduced a little bit of my position, locked in some profits. Low of the day is 255. So ideally you're looking for a 255 break. And then if we wash out 250, that'd be perfect. No, I'm not gonna be adding at 250. I'm gonna be looking to reduce at 250s. TRNR is still patiently waiting for low of the day to break, the bottom to fall out, take my covers, and enjoy. So slow and steady. Let's just get that break. And remember, 260 is a support from pre-market. So if it breaks 260, I mean, the next support is 240, right? How do you decide how much of a position to put in? Is there a video to watch? So that's actually a good question. So it really depends on what your best setup is, right? So if you don't know what your best setup is, then you don't really know when to size up aggressively. So for me, TRNR is like, you know, a day 3, I guess, or day 2, whatever it may be. There's not really much other money flow stocks moving. It's not really up a lot. It's only up 15%. So there's not enough meat on the bone. So it's not up enough. There's not enough other runners to distract from it. So that kind of tells me to be a little bit less aggressive because it's not up enough and there's not other runners taking away attention. That's just the way that I would determine this specific stock today. Right, and just in case, guys, if you have not taken at least some profits to at least give yourself a cushion, it might make sense to do that because if this thing even bounces to 280 or 290, hey, I have some profits locked in, right? MASS bounce and fail. That's a really big fail on mass. That's definitely a short. That's a big bounce and fail, guys. Wow. I mean, if this thing bounces now, this MASS bounces, we could definitely look to short that. 251, reduce some 251. 250, well, there we go. That's it.
Yep.
There we go.
I took some covers down here around 240.
That's it, bro. I'm just going to take my money and enjoy. I'm going to take my money and enjoy. So I'm pretty much almost all out of TRNR, just waiting for my last 100 shares at 248 to fill. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to adjust my order just to get out of this thing to 252. All out today, guys. And that is it. That brings me to $3,700 on the day. And I am done for the day. $10,000 for the month. And it's only been the second day of the month. That is what? That's $3,000 in 20 minutes. And if you notice, guys, this type of trading is very stress-free. I mean, you guys see, I'm not really here panicked. I'm not here bugging out. I'm not here freaking out. I am very calm, cool, and collected here, right? I'm very, very calm, cool, and collected. So I don't need to push for higher. I don't need to push for more. That's my day. That's literally my day. So pretty self-explanatory here, man. The thing is here, guys, that the type of trading that we do is very duplicatable, right? It is very duplicatable. It's not like I'm doing something that is opposite than what you guys are doing. I'm literally doing the same as you guys every single day, right? Every single day. So that's it. I mean, that's all I got for you guys today. What was the total percentage you traded? I was only in 20% of my size, guys. I think I had 15,000 shares maybe, right? It's not really that much. 15,000 shares on a $2 stock is 30 grand. So I made nearly a 10% return in 20 minutes. The S&P 500 takes a year to make that. We did it in 20 minutes. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm going to wrap up my trading for the day. and calling it a day here. So we'll be back at it again first thing tomorrow morning, and I'll see you guys at tomorrow's session. Thanks.
Nothing else to it.
That's it, dude. I mean, that's it. We made the plan pre-market. We traded the plan. We walked away before even 10 a.m. Yeah, what time is it? It's 9:54.
And now you can just chill and enjoy.
No, that's it, bro.
Plan out your Italy trip.
Now let my wife do that, bro. I'm busy enough. I don't need to do that. No, but that's it, dude. That's literally what we do.
Is it gonna go lower again today?
Dude, it's probably gonna go lower again today. But you know what I tell myself, bro, is if I'm complaining about making money and not making more money, then that's really a blessing, right? Do not gamble away your profits. We made money. Do not give it away.